A very good morning to the PPD officers and my fellow English teachers. I am Shereen Wong, the head of English Language Panel and also the coordinator of Highly Immersive Program of SK NANGA JAMBU JULAU. To begin with, I'm very thankful to be given the opportunity to share a little bit about an outreach program that we had conducted under HIP. The main aim of this outreach program is actually to conduct authentic speaking tasks, mainly video sharing, to improve the pupils' fluency in English. After teaching the pupils of SK NANGA JAMBU JULAU English for 3 years, I came to the realization that my pupils practically lack the fluency in English. So I decided to discuss the matter with my fellow English teachers and confirm that the issue does exist. So the pupils in my school speak in gaps and pauses. Other than that, they appear to be unconfident when using the language. They also tend to produce sentences that are not coherent, and some are demotivated to even use the language to speak. In order to stop this issue from prolonging, we were urged to come up with a solution. And the solution that we came up with is to conduct the authentic speaking tasks, typically video sharing with foreigners. So what is an authentic speaking task? According to Mustafa and Ichan in 2018, it's a project-based learning that gives light on the teaching of English speaking skill. Other than that, it allows for sharing of personal experiences regarding the topic assigned by the teacher. Next, it provides rural pupils with multiple opportunity to communicate and practice the use of English in a real-life environment. Last but not least, it exposes pupils to numerous platforms that they can utilize to practice their English speaking skills. So here are the list of objectives for this activity. Firstly, to share knowledge and experiences with both local and foreigners' friends. Secondly, to promote the use of English in an authentic environment. Thirdly, to expose the pupils to world Englishes. This is actually because the pupils will be communicating with foreigners who will also be speaking in English. So they would be indirectly exposed to different types of English. Last but not least is to improve the pupils' fluency in English. Okay, so this is a brief flow of the activity. Firstly, the teacher would identify the foreigners to conduct the video sharing with, and then we would come together to discuss on suitable topics and a proper timeline to conduct the exchange of videos. Next, we would communicate with the selected foreigners on topics that they would feel comfortable or uncomfortable with sharing, and we also share with them possible sentences to be used in the videos. Next, they would be given a period of time before they send a video sample to the teachers. And once the teacher receives these videos and are okay with them, these videos would then be shared to the pupils. And then the pupils would also be given a certain period of time before they come up with their own version of a perfect video. These videos are then scrutinized before they are shared back to the foreigners. This is actually a very important step of just for safety purposes. So these are the profiles of the 4 foreigners that we have selected. We come to the decision to pick up these 4 foreigners after conducting a short discussion. But to be honest, these foreigners are actually selected solely because of their availability and for safety purposes, because I personally know them, so I just feel like it is safer to ask a friend to help up instead of just asking a random foreigner to conduct video sharing session with my pupils. Moving on, here are the suggested topics and timeline in which the video sharing activity should have been conducted. As you can see, the topics increase in difficulty. Take for example, we begin with self-introduction, moving on to a slightly more difficult topic, favorite food, and then introducing their culture before actually giving the pupils more freedom and allowing them to talk about any topic of their interest. Unfortunately, due to COVID and the bad internet connection in our school, we have not been able to carry out the rest of the video sharing sessions. But let's hope in September and October we can carry it out. So these are some pictures for step 2. As you can see, I begin with asking for permission and then giving them some structures or example of sentences that they can use in their video. Moving on, I would then pop up once in a while to ask for the progress of the video before receiving the video from them after a set amount of time. Here are some examples of videos that we have received from our foreigner friends. I would now like to take a couple minutes of your time to watch this short video as an example of what was sent to my pupils by our foreigner friend.
こんにちは。私の名前はアキラです。29歳です。私はシャリン先生の友達です。私の髪は黒で、目も黒です。日本生まれの日本人です。私の趣味は映画を見ることです。映画館で見るのも家で見るのも両方好きです。私は料理ができます。でも料理の後にお皿を洗うのがちょっと苦手です。よく忘れてしまいます。このビデオは私の国についてのビデオです。My name is Akira. I am 29 years old. I am a friend of teacher Shereen. I have got black eyes and black hair. I am from Japan. I am a Japanese. My hobby is to watch movies, both at theaters and at home. I can cook, but I cannot wash dishes. This is a short clip about my country.
Meanwhile, these are the reply videos by the pupils of SK NANGA JAMBU JULAU. Likewise, I would like to also share a short reply video from Gregory, a year 4 English language pupil of SK NANGA JAMBU.
Hi Akira, thank you for the video. My name is Gregory. I am 10 years old. My study in SK NANGA JAMBU. I am from Malaysia. I am a Malaysian. I have got black eyes and black hair. I have one brother and no sister. I can cook. I cannot swim. My hobbies are play football and play badminton. I like Japan. Japan is very beautiful. I went to go there. This is a short video about my school. I hope you like it. Thank you.
Okay, calm down everyone. We are almost at the end of the presentation and the sharing session. So, moving on, after conducting the video sharing session, we notice a few advantages and also disadvantages to this activity. The advantages include the fact that the pupils learn to collaborate with one another to complete the task. Next, they are more motivated to use the language with the intention to impress because they get to know new people. They ended up practicing the language even more just so they can impress their new friends. Apart from that, they also learn to produce more coherent sentences because their sentences seem to have more meaning. Now, last but not least, this activity was able to promote the use of English among the pupils. Meanwhile, the disadvantages include the fact that our school has unstable internet connection. So, take for example, during the HBL home-based learning, the pupils in my school can't even conduct the video sharing session. Next, some of the pupils lack knowledge on video editing. So most of the time, they take one-shot videos that could be time-consuming as they lack the knowledge on editing out the unnecessary part of the video. Moving on, the pupils' videos need to be scrutinized, so in a way they are given less freedom to speak. Last but not least, as we all know, every pupils have different learning styles and this activity just might not interest some pupils. Pertaining to that, here are possible improvements to be done. First, teacher could conduct a short survey on topics that could interest the pupils. Other than that, teachers can also explore other authentic speaking tasks. Take, for example, we can conduct PBL, problem-based learning, in which, as teachers, we introduce the pupils to a problem and allow the pupils to solve the problem by speaking in English. Next, we can expose pupils to online literacy. So just briefly exposing them to the do's and the don'ts when communicating with strangers online. Moving on, we can also conduct more face-to-face interaction to allow for real-life communication. Take, for example, maybe choose a slot in a week and allow the pupils to have a short Google Meet session with these foreigners. Last but not least, we can introduce proper equipment in school for the pupils to practice their English speaking skills. That is all from me. Once again, I'm Shereen Wong from NANGA JAMBU JULAU. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak. Bye, till we meet again.